July 13th, 2024. Deputies respond to a Walmart in Illinois. An employee has been under-ringing at self-checkout for a month. Total shortfall, $571. The Illinois Retail Theft Statute, Section 1625 of Title 720 ILCS, covers under-ringing explicitly. Tag swaps, skipped scans, selective bagging, all retail theft by definition.
She hit felony 3 weeks ago.
So she'll just grab things and then just change the tag, or just not pay for things in general?
She has ticket switched to a number of things, like the
clock and
the clock she didn't even,
or the fan.
But whatever the fuck that is, it's like it's just a decorative trick. But she swapped that one out for some kind of a whistle.
Just doesn't know.
Like that one she did scan. It's whenever she has like 2 of anything or more than 2 of anything, it's usually pretty fair to assume that she's not going to scan at least one of them. Like here, she's pulled the trigger on it, but that's not where the UPC is, right? So she'll bag one and scan the other one, or she'll scan one and just bag 4 of them. There was big.
So that could have been a $150 cart, but she may only paid $75 for it.
She ended up with this one. She ended up paying 170 something. And that big pack of chicken too. She didn't buy. I want to say it was 187 and some change, I think, of shit that she just skipped or didn't scan. There was quite a bit of this that she, like here, whatever this unsalted butter, she had 2 packs of this, so she'd scan one and skip the other one.
I'm gonna let these other 2 guys in.
So, how you doing?
How are we doing?
You trying to pull for us, Okay, here's what we got. Okay, so, you want to explain what you're doing? Or you want me to explain?
Well,
He explained
I explained it.
Did you show the video?
The gentleman just showed that video, but yeah.
Okay, so basically what she's doing is she's under-ringing, and she's saying, well, I didn't pay attention, but I got it this morning. Obviously, she rings all the way to the side over here like that. She's just taking stuff like that. She knows what she's done. She says she's willing to pay for it. She says it's an oversight like that. It's not an oversight. She's done numerous times like that. I told her, I said, it's best not to line the business, be honest, whatever like that. And so that's what I've got right now.
Okay. You guys don't want her to pay for it?
Sir, I was being honest.
Man, I need you to sit down, please. I need you to sit down, please. I'll be right back. We're coming in.
Okay.
Okay, will you please sit down?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to prosecute. She can't pay for it now. We don't take money like that. We're going to prosecute or whatever like that. Now, how level you want to do it, that's up to y'all like that. But we're going to prosecute one way or the other like that. If you want to give a $300 ticket, that's fine with us. If you want to send it to go like to court, that's up to y'all. We'll let y'all have that, but we're going to prosecute one way or the other.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Who wants to come in? Everybody, y'all want to come in? Yeah, let them know. Okay.
No, I'm serious, sir.
I want to talk to you, man.
Okay, not a problem.
Hello.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. The sheriff's office is deputy. You just, everything's being audio and video recorded. Okay. So, obviously we got killed here because there's obviously some things going on with some
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I mean, I am being straightforward with him.
Before we go any further,
Yeah.
okay, you're not free to leave, okay? Just so you know, okay? So just 'cause you're not free to leave, I'm just going to read this to you just in case, okay? Would you like to talk to me?
Yes.
Okay. Back at 5:47 mark time for Miranda.
Because, I mean, I honestly, I did not pay attention. I mean, I would never steal anything. And that's why I offered to pay. I don't care what the amount is. I have a job that I can pay for things. A lot of times I don't pay attention.
So like in the videos when you have like the box fan that you bought.
Yeah, I mean, really, literally, I didn't pay attention to the receipt. I don't ever keep receipts. I don't even look at the receipts when I get home. I don't look at them when I'm walking out the door.
Yeah.
I believe what he's saying. So, I mean, I was whipping out my credit card. Hey, if this is what truly happened, then I want to make it right.
Okay.
Maybe when I was younger, I had, a thing, but I think that was, it had to do with some wood, where, I lived in an apartment complex, and the gentleman told me that I could have the leftover scrap wood. I took it, and Ardsley Management sued me for $500, and I paid for it. I don't have any theft other than that. I have the money to pay for things. That's why I use my card, and that's why, maybe I need to start paying closer attention to how things are wrong, but I've never switched price tags, nothing. I would never do that.
But like when if you bought a ceiling fan and it
because
when it rang up like a lot less than
because I don't even check I'll print the receipt just in case I need to bring it back, but I don't even check the receipt on how much I spend. It comes across on my phone.
So if you bought something was supposed to be $50 but you really paid $300, you wouldn't pay any attention to that?
That it really would have been $300.
If you paid $50 for something, but you're like, well, you wouldn't think that's weird. Like that thing's $300. Like you wouldn't.
Oh no, I would have stopped if I would have noticed something like that. But he said there were multiple occasions where, he's saying. I even heard him in the hallway.
Right, I'm saying, but you said you don't pay attention to
No,
your
I
amount.
do not pay attention. I just swipe it and I go on about my business. Because I have money in my bank account.
Yeah.
To cover the things that I purchase, so I don't.
But you wouldn't find that odd,
But literally, I don't even look at the receipts.
So you may just pay $300 for something and not have any idea.
If it comes across my phone and I think it's outrageous, then yes, I'm going to go back over and check the receipt. But if it's not outrageous, then, I don't know if I can show this to you, but God.
So all the things that they've brought up to you, you have no
No.
even when you're in here grocery shopping, not working.
No.
And
Because I just spent $175 here for groceries.
Yeah.
And I scan everything.
And the video shows differently though.
But I don't see how that could be. Because like I said, I scan everything. I use
Or
the gun.
turning the thing
No!
the barcode.
No, not at all. See, look. That's how
That doesn't make any difference to me.
that's how I check my account. I don't look at receipts. I know.
You don't look at things whenever you pay for them?
No, not at all.
After you get done shopping, you're not oh, I spent $140 here today. You don't look at that. You just scan your card and.
Basically, that's why I offered to pay, because I'm an honest person and I want to rectify the situation. I don't steal. I would never steal. And if things are not ringing up, I'm not precipitating that. I'm sure there are people that do that, but not me.
Okay.
And honestly, when I have the money to pay for things, even if I don't have the money to pay for things, I'm not going to go shopping. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. Okay. So all this stuff you know anything about it?
No, sir. I don't know what else to say.
Okay. Do you have your
Besides
ID
the
on you?
fact that I would like to be able to.
Well, that's up to them, and I don't think that they're willing for you to pay for the things that you've taken. So.
But I don't understand why wouldn't you?
I have nothing to do with that. That's up to these people here.
I don't know what to do. What can I do? But he said that they totaled over $500.
Yeah, I think it was $571.81.
In a little over a month. It's kind of hard to believe that in 1 month you can all of a sudden get
But,
$600.
I mean, honest to God, I mean, I keep $2,000, $3,000 to $5,000
Like that's
in my bank
547,
account.
I'm not saying you don't keep that. What
But
I'm
I
saying
mean,
is that if I were to,
it's hard to believe.
hear me out
I
real quick. Hear
mean,
me out real quick. What I'm saying is that within
I'm not lying.
I know. Within the last month, if me or Deputy Wade were to go home with $600 extra worth of groceries, that'd be kind of easy to notice. It's a lot of money.
but, I mean, what if somebody else switched the price tag on it and I was the one that ended up bringing it up? I mean, I'm just trying to come up with a solution here, because the last thing I want is to be prosecuted for something that I truly did not know was happening.
Well, like when you bought a fan, like a ceiling fan.
I know he brought that to my attention and he said it rang up $16, but honestly, I
Okay.
did not check the receipt. I walked right out of the front of the store with it.
Right, but come on now, like that's not believable.
But-
like,
How is that not believable when I don't look at receipts typically? When I go shopping, I don't
you
ever.
don't look at the screen and be like, oh, $117 today. You just
No.
get done scanning stuff.
I immediately, I don't know, what kind of situation that you're witnessing, but I immediately take out my debit card. I put it in the machine. I scan my Walmart discount card. And then I put this in the machine and then I press print. That's it. I don't ever look at anything because I have the money to purchase.
Right. But it's just not believable. Like, honestly, like,
You're saying it's not believable, but that's what it is. I've never done anything. Oh
you
my
can't tell me that
God.
you would think that you would spend $16 on a ceiling fan.
I did not look at the screen on how much it cost. I thought it was like $99. All I know is I picked it up, I wanted it, so I scanned it.
And then nothing after that. You don't look at you, because you said you could.
I don't look at the screen. I don't
But you
sit
said
there
you
and
get
penny pinch.
notifications on your phone that gives you.
Right.
You didn't like look at that like, oh, well, wow, that's must have been.
No, it just comes across my phone, and that's how I can account for how much money I have in my account.
Okay.
And that's why I'm sitting here saying, please. I mean, you can do whatever you need to, but I am not a criminal. I do not steal.
Okay.
And that would be a lot more believable if it happened once. But this is $600 worth of stuff over a full month.
The statement will be in the report, and then all the stuff that they've provided with me of the videos, that'll all be sent to the state's attorney's office. And then later on, they may, if they elect to prosecute you at the state's attorney's office, they may send you something in the mail, like with a court date, like a summons. We may come out and serve you a summons.
Okay.
Or if they elect.
No, I'll check my mail, because
Well, we
like
would
I said,
probably
I just want to be
We
able
would probably
to.
come to your house and serve you a paper with a court date.
Okay,
Or they may issue a warrant for your arrest.
yeah. Well, I don't want anything like that.
That's what's gonna happen. Either one of those two things, or three things. They either don't charge you with anything, or they charge you with something and they issue a subpoena for you to go to court. And then we come to your house, serve you the paper, you go to court, or they issue a warrant for your arrest. So those are your three things that are going to happen. Okay? Do you have any other questions for us?
No, sir.
All right. Good?
Yes, sir.
All right.
The felony line sits at $300. Illinois lets prosecutors combine values across visits within 12 months. 571 over 1 month, Class 3 felony, 2 to 5 years. Loss prevention played it smart. A month of documented transactions before calling deputies. The total crossed the felony threshold on its own. Patient and deliberate. The deputy told the subject she was not free to leave, then read Miranda before asking a single question. Custody first, warnings, second questions third. Miranda versus Arizona requires warnings before custodial questioning. Skip them and statements get thrown out. The deputy followed the standard exactly. The subject waived her rights, chose to talk at length. For someone facing a Class 3 felony, that decision reshaped her entire legal position. Her defense: she never checks prices or receipts. $571 in documented shortages across 1 month makes that claim difficult for any jury to accept. Her story kept shifting. Inattention, an offer to pay, someone else switching tags. Each version undercut the last. The payment offer read as consciousness of guilt. She volunteered a prior theft matter from years ago. Under subsection F2, a prior conviction can elevate the charge. She may have handed prosecutors a sentencing tool without knowing it. The lead deputy earns an A-. Correct Miranda timing, professional tone. He challenged the subject's account without coercion and laid out the legal process clearly. The subject earns a D+. Cooperative, no resistance. But she waived counsel, gave a contradictory statement, and volunteered information that could worsen her charges. Cooperation without a lawyer rarely helps. Walmart loss prevention earns an A. Patient documentation over a full month, organized evidence, accurate loss calculations. The case was ready before the deputy walked through the door. When Miranda is read, the system is delivering a warning. Whatever comes next becomes evidence. The right to silence exists for this exact moment. Use it. Paying after being caught does not erase a theft charge. Once deputies are on scene, restitution is a matter for the court. The register is out of the picture. Do not volunteer past legal trouble to police. Sentencing enhancements most people have never heard of can activate. Proving character can double the consequences. Underringing at self-checkout is not a loophole. Illinois law treats it the same as walking out without paying. The machine changes nothing. If there is an interaction or legal topic worth examining, leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and check out the channel for more police and courtroom content.